And what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the GCHL draft. This is the pre-draft tier show. A few minutes before the actual show goes down. My name is Mr. Hollywood, aka Jim Flanagan, who will be bringing you guys the live coverage of all the picks, all the draft here going down tonight in the GCHL season number 6 draft. It's going to be tremendous. I should be having Silent Droid joining me up here shortly, and possibly another special guest. I'm not going to reveal him right now, but momentarily he should be joining me here as well. We're going to have the draft selection here next to me on the left side of your screen. I'll have just like this. We got the whole Discord pulled up. I'll have all picks and selections as they go throughout this broadcast here, throughout this show. Just trying to get my co-host, my partner on here momentarily. I want to tell the teams good luck, all the owners on here, the assistant managers as well for the draft tonight. Should be tremendous. A lot of great talent in that pool here tonight. A lot of great owners as well. Team owners coming in this season. Should be a fantastic season. We'll see how the draft goes. This is where it all starts, where it all begins on here. The road to that cup. Last season, Toronto Battalion winning it all, coming through. Unfortunately, they're not going to be in here this season, so there's going to be a new winner. We're going to have a new champ here this season, a new team. And let me just check here 1 second. Okay, looks like he didn't get the link from me. Let me just post that over to him real quickly. 1 second. There we go. What's going on, brothers? What's going on, everybody in the chat, man? Coming here tonight. It's going to be exciting. I want to break down some of the positions. I want to break down some of the guys here in this draft, position-wise. Maybe some of the rookies coming in as well. Just waiting for Silent Droid to get in here to do so. And also, like I said, possibly maybe a special guest here as well. It's like a lot of haters over there for Toronto. We did post a great championship video, though, and photo, which I going to try to do every season. So I'm going to do that same thing on here this season as well for the winners. Plus, a whole lot of media this season we're going to be bringing in. If you guys thought last season was great, I came in pretty late in the season, but we were able to provide coverage throughout that whole playoff. Playoffs was great, fantastic on here. I'm looking at the draft pool here, and I'm looking at the teams coming in this draft. I think defense is going to be a very key part in this draft. There's a lot of great forwards on here. A lot of the owners also already have a great solid forward line, a lot of good wingers. But I think defense is the way to go here. I'm looking at the defensive side, very slim on here. And we saw last season, Seals had a tremendous offense. Oh, let me see. I believe got Silent Droid.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? Good to have you back on here. Awesome.
Good to be back for another season, man.
Another season, another go around.
I see you got a different background this time.
We do, man. We're changing it up, man. We're doing our thing here. Like I said, that was just our first season. You could call it like our beta season on here. We're gonna have a lot of things improved here for this season. Droid, I'm looking at the pool here, and I'm looking at the players in for this season. I was just mentioning.
I am one of them.
I think defense is a big part. We saw Toronto Battalions how they won the cup. Solid defense. They were able to prevent that Golden Seals team.
I think I actually still might have that lineup written down.
So from winning the cup, and I think that's why on here heading into this draft, I think.
Yep, I do.
Picking up some of these defense.
Yeah. I do think the two defenders that are probably going to go the quickest is Boyo and Geezer, the Stanley Cup champions for the battalion, definitely.
Okay. One guys I want to mention, King Natsu on there. Listen, you don't have the name King if you're not great. And he did a fantastic job last season. I think he's a solid defenseman here in the draft pool that will be available. I see him going rather quickly. Another guy I mentioned is Atrocity. Atrocity, not to be mistaken by Toxicity or anything. This guy's phenomenal. Shutdown defenseman on that right D spot. And it's hard to find good right defensemen. He's one of them. He's a great, solid defenseman who is available in this draft. Couple guys coming in, maybe rookies, maybe not well known in this draft. One guy in particular I want to mention right here, Verdi. Squirty Verdi. Phenomenal. Listen, you're looking for a defenseman. If you're in this draft, let's say a lot of these defensemen guys go, like B-Pack, some guys that are well known in the league that have been here, been around. You see this guy's name if he's still in the draft pool. Solid pick in Verdi. I'm going to tell you right now. Possibly maybe a top 5 defenseman in this league coming in here this season. Two other guys I want to mention as well. Maybe not known. Well, one guy that is known, D-Rob.
Robbie. Yeah.
Solid. I mean, he's going to go quick. Another guy that I think is a hidden gem on here for season, just hacking darts. Not only is this guy good on D, not only is he solid defenseman, this guy puts pucks in the net. You want a defenseman on there that not only plays good defense, but also knows how to score defensively. You want to get that extra. Maybe you're cycling the puck real well around. This guy will bury the pucks from that defensive side. Solid pick. My third great defenseman here on this line, Salty Kitten. Salty Kitten, not only a great defenseman, but a great goaltender. And he's got availability for both. As defense and goalie. I see him as well, a guy that might slide in this draft. Those are mine for defensemen. And like I said, I think D is going to be a big part. D is a huge part in this draft coming in on here. The other spot, goaltending.
Oh, yeah.
We
already know who's going to go very quick in the goaltending category, and it's going to be Buck. And we all know this.
Young Buck out there, absolutely. He's one of the guys that being mentioned.
If I were to name my top 3 goalies, it's got to be Grav, Buck.
You got to put Samson in there, man.
And Samson, man. Like, those are the top 3 goaltenders in this draft. There's definitely a few other honorable mentions, but those are the top 3 in my opinion.
Okay. One guy that's on the pool on the goaltender wise. Let's say he goes late in the draft. Now I don't know how quick the goalies will go in this draft. If there's going to be a goaltender, do you think
they tend to go pretty late?
First round? You think somebody will go for goaltending first round?
Well, the last time I saw that was definitely the GCHL draft. The Seattle Kraken selected Samson in the first round. That was the last time I saw a goaltender in the first round. I've never seen another one since.
Yeah. One goalie, I mean, we didn't mention also Clamps. He's in there. He's in the draft. Guard is on there. Nagy's a solid goaltender. Also a guy that's in the draft here, Big Smoke Ninja. I know he's got defense on there, but he's also got goalie available. Great goaltender as well. One guy that
we got a goat in the chat.
One guy that people might not know much about, if it goes to, let's say a lot of these top goaltenders do go, you got this Tado. Let me tell you this, man. This guy, I see him as a Vezina nominee, a guy that will give a run here for the nomination. And the other reason why, not many guys know him. He's going to be placed on a solid team, I think, here this season. He's played great on some poor, crappy teams, man, but he's going to be put on a solid team here. I see him coming out with big points. So that's a goalie defense breakdown. I want to jump real quick. The show is going to start. It's already 8:00 here. Forward line. I think if you're looking for forwards, I think you need a solid center. When I go in the draft, when I'm an owner and thing, you got to pick up a solid center. You don't have a solid center. I don't care how great the wingers are, man. It's who's giving the puck, who's able to give that puck. We saw it with that Toronto Battalion team. We saw even the Seals have great. You have a great center, points will happen, man.
There's definitely a center I gotta mention. It's Zook, man. He had an amazing performance in that finals, dishing those pucks, being able to win those faceoffs for the Battalion. He was a changing factor in those games, and he's definitely a top center in this draft.
Looks like somebody said, "Who wants to bet goalie goes first round?" You know what? Let me put a wager on that, man. I'm gonna put a prediction wager on here. Will a goalie get drafted in the first round? Yes or no? And then
There's a chance, but
I'll put that on here. And then you can wager your points, yes or no, on their selection.
Hollywood chat.
The chat, okay.
Yeah, you see that?
We got a pick already, or no?
No, the Twitch chat. The Twitch chat.
Hold on.
If you see it, you see it. It's under Honcho Mikey's last message.
Yeah.
If you want to, I can like open your chat and moderate it.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. All right, I could have removed that. I should have done that. You know what I mean? I should have put because I got too many freaking windows open up on here. So I got the draft lotto next to us on here where the picks will be happening. First one on the selection is the Nordics. Any guesses? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Sound enjoyed yourself? Who are the Nordics? Who will be the number one first overall pick here in this draft? Who are the Nordics picking?
I mean, it's weed. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm literally a little hungry. But I don't really know, man. There's still a lot of good options on the table, and there's a lot of people you could pass up. You have a chance to, like, there's a chance that you could pass up a very good player, so it's very risky with that first pick.
Absolutely. Listen, that's the thing, man. I mean, when it comes to a snake draft, a lot of guys like that first pick or second pick. I like myself more towards the middle or towards the end, man, because it kind of breaks down who you're getting. Because you screw this first pick up, you're not drafting till a long time for your next pick, you know, which you do get back to back, but you got to wait that long time. So you got to make it count. This first pick, first overall, in a snake draft like this, very important. So there's a lot of pressure on this Nordiques team, I feel, on here coming in. So anybody in the chat, who do they think, man? Who's going number one first overall? Or let's say you were the owner. Who would you go for? Who are you picking here as the first pick? Who's worthy of a number one overall pick here in this draft? I want to go back to those centers since we don't got a pick on here yet. I want to mention Koba Abe. He's on there. He's on the draft pool. Big D over there, another solid guy. McTricky, very solid centerman. You got Jay Whips out there. A couple new guys. Maybe I don't know if they've played in this season. Hoodler, one of them, very solid player. You want a guy that puts pucks in the net. This guy does. Maybe not the best attitude or guy in the party, but you get past that. You overlook that on there. Great forward. And also another guy I want to mention, Brown Man Can. Yes, he can, man. This guy, great solid forward center. Not only that, he could play wing. If so, those are my hidden gems on here for this draft at the center spot. You take me. I'm not in the pool, man. Not in the pool. Not this season. So I got the draft lotto section picked up. So, Droid, I mean, you've been a part of these drafts here for the GCHL. So in that draft lotto, that's where everything's going to be updated and posted, who takes the first pick and so on, or what?
I have no clue. I remember there's always been like a specific chat for the draft, not just in the draft. It's not usually in the draft lotto. I could ask Mint about that like right now. Like, because it's a bit confusing unless they're doing a different style.
Listen, my Discord is kind of blowing up right now. People that didn't like me exposing some of the players here tonight into the draft. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do on here. Listen. You ain't sliding in. You ain't coming into this draft, man, and not thinking that Mr. Hollywood doesn't know his thing, man. You know, I've been around. I've been maybe not in the GCHL, man. I've been around. I know some guys are making their comeback. One guy, Mr. Vanny back
yes, it is in draft lotto. Confirmed.
In the draft. Do you risk picks on this guy? And surprisingly, a lot of the drafts I've been a part of, he goes early, man. He goes early.
Gronk.
People do.
Gronk is the first selection of the GCHL draft. You got to scroll down, man.
There we go. See, that's what I want to know, if it's going to be tilted on there. Okay, so there we go. I'll have that pulled up on here. So Gronk, a.k.a. Hughes, right, for Nordics. Big part, of that Seals team last season. That came out a bit short in the finals there. And I think that's a good pick there for the Nordics. Solid forward. Why not? Why not? You know what I mean? So what do you guys think over there? Gronk as the first pick. Do you roll your dice on Gronk, or was there somebody better? Somebody else in that draft that may have been better?
I mean, there's a bunch of talent in this draft. It's very hard to say who's better than who. So
yeah, there's, and listen, we didn't even go over the wingers, left wingers, right wingers on here. Definitely a lot of good solid wingers out there.
Mario, Landemov, Violent Fury, if he's not owning this season.
Twista's on there. Daily Spitz over there. One of the championship player caliber guy. I know they're going to be definitely looked at.
Fury is owning, okay.
Yeah.
Maltese Falcon.
Wet roadie on here. Geezer, you mentioned before. Own Distress, another key member on here. Jake Buff, can't forget him.
Maltese Falcon goes to the Creamy Kings.
All right, so we got number 2 pick already. Maltese Falcon. I don't know much about this guy, man.
Me neither.
You heard, yeah. So wow. And this always happens in the draft, man. There's always that one pick. You're like, what the hell? Is he solid?
Well, there's definitely something that the Renfrew Creamy Kings see in him.
Absolutely.
And Thrashers select Tesk.
Tesk going for the Thrashers. Thrashers had a solid season, for Atlanta there last season. And most of their guys back here this season. Giving another go at it. Going with Tesk as the number 3 overall pick here. It's going pretty quick, man. It's going and Tesk has all positions available. I mean, he's primarily right wing, but he's got availability there for all positions.
Definitely very viable there. Very reliable. And Daily Spitz goes to the Quakers. Spitz, man. An amazing player.
Hey, if you can't beat him, right? Might as well have him on your team there. Why not? And I expect a lot of the Toronto Battalion guys to go. He's one of them. Geezer's the other guy that's still in the draft pool available there. Quakers turned things around late in that season. Made a playoff appearance on there. Unfortunately, it was cut short, but I thought they did a fairly good job. We'll see what happens here this season. Spitz, I think, will definitely be a great addition to that team.
Absolutely, man. And let's hope that this draft isn't as slow as the NHL draft was. Because that draft was beyond slow.
No, I think it would be good. What is it, 10 rounds? 10 rounds on here? Round 1? It's 809. We've already got 4 picks in the bag on here. So I think it's moving along. I think when it gets, after a lot of these players go, I think it's going to start moving quick. And I want to thank everybody here tuning in on here. 40 plus already in the chat here watching this. Tremendous. Love each and every one of you guys here. Me and Droid will be doing another season here for the GCHL.
Nico goes to the Arrows.
Okay. Now the Arrows, I forget who owns that, man. Who are the guys behind that team? You gotta pull that up, man. I don't know if it's their first season here or not. Let me see. That's with Pockets, Doc, 1824, assistant GM coach, and Toe Dragons as the second player for the Houston Arrows. So they're going with Nico. Okay. Number 5 pick here. Not bad. Let me pull up his. Did I send you you got the players, right? Like the position, the draft pool on there or no?
No, I did not.
All right, let me send you that link on here. It was actually in that other chat, man. Yeah, because this will definitely help, man. You need this. Shows you what they're available and all that position wise. There you go. All right, so that's first 5 picks. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Nordics going with Gronk, Creamery Kings, Maltese Falcon, Tess going to the Thrashers, Ellie Spitz for Quakers, Nico
Big D
for Arrows,
15 selected by the Pirates.
and now Big D going off the board. And I like this pick. I like that the Pirates went for Big D here at this point. I know there's other players that they were really keying on to getting here. But I don't think Big D would have last past the first round. So I think this is a solid pick. He had a solid season last season, and I think he'll feel well there for the Pirates.
And the New England Warriors select Nazi.
Double A, double Z, double Y. Nazi going off to the Whalers. Whalers is another team, was great, solid. They got knocked down by the Ducks, though. Tough series there. But they pulled a lot of upsets throughout the season, man. Heisman and the crew over there for the Whalers really did a good job last season. And we'll see what Nazi brings to the board here for season 6. And once again, if you're just tuning in, we're live here on Twitch as well as on YouTube throughout the show. We have the draft on the next to us on here. You're willing to also the chats. I'll be bringing those up. Looks like Geezer's already saying Buck again for Con.
GFA squad going 8th overall
to the Pats. Okay. So it's going quick, Droid. We're going through here.
I do not know what position he plays.
4, 5, 6, or something like that.
Who do we got on here? Who's this?
Anybody.
What's going on, bro? How are you?
Good, just on the golf course.
You watching the draft or what, man? What do you think so far?
No, I'm just on hole 18 right now, the golf course.
Golfing, eh?
Yeah, I love it here live on the GCHL draft show. Why not?
And Blown Bear, a solid goaltender selected by the Golden Seals.
Garbage.
Well, with the Seals, I don't know. So I got to clear that bet. If you guys put a goaltender going in here first round, it does.
I'll be back after this.
Blown Bear going there, and with the Seals, they saw what happened last season. How solid goaltending worked there for Toronto, for the battalion squad, and they want to lock it down here. Looks like, but I don't know if I agree with that pick, man. I don't know, but maybe not. And one of the guys I mentioned in the pre-draft show here, no question here, just hacking darts, going to the Millionaires squad over there at the number 10 spot, and they get the back-to-back picks here, right? Going to the next round, which is solid, which is great because in a draft like this, getting that back-to-back, and that's why I like towards the later part of the draft having those picks, because right now Nordics are waiting for a long time, man. Gronk better show up this season. That's what I'm saying.
The young buck. There he is.
Awesome. So Thrashers going with young buck on here. Conn Smythe winner. Came out huge for Toronto. And listen. If you're going to take a goalie in the first round, there's no question about it. This is the guy you take, man.
It's not even first round. I don't know what you're talking about.
But, yeah. Well, that's who I would have took. So I think that's solid here. They got him around 2. I think that's very solid, man. So far the Thrashers on here, going with Tesk with their first pick. Now young buck. Two solid, great back-to-back picks, I think.
I don't disagree.
Shout out to King Natsu in the chat there, man. That's another defenseman that we spoke about. Still on the board. Still on the board on there. As far as defenseman, and he had a great run. What was that for? The hell was that team? RTC on there, man. Was it the Eagles? I believe so, man.
I mean, Buck is going to be a solid goaltender for the Thrashers, man. No question about it.
And you know what? The Thrashers, I mean, last season were very solid on defense, man. And then you put a great goaltender on there back there as well. You know, they kept the scores close, even when they played the Rockies. You know, that series, they kept that series pretty close. And, you know, I think Buck will fill in real well over there for the Thrashers. He might not have the same offense as he did with Toronto, but we'll see. We'll see who Thrashers end up selecting the remainder of this draft.
I want to see how much chat is going to bet that I don't get drafted. Because they didn't get drafted last season, so I don't know why I'm thinking I'm going to get drafted this season.
Silent Droid's still on the board, fellas. Who's on the board now? Who's on the clock, man?
Currently, according to the draft, that would be the Seals. Because the Millionaires, I believe, exchanged picks with the Thrashers.
Oh, okay, right. So that's why I was wondering, like, why didn't they go back to back there? Okay, that makes sense. Right, there was that trade earlier on. There was 2 picks, right? They traded 2 separate picks on that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I know Koba Ape is another man that's out on still on the draft board there. As far as forwards go, we've seen a couple goalies already off the board.
Only a couple, not a lot.
So you're saying right now, we may have a pause over there. We were doing good, man. We were doing good for a bit. Well, listen though, round 2 on here, 8:19. You know, it would do like I think you know, on the pace like 15, 20 minutes each round. We'll be good. We'll be all right. You know what we're looking at, like hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I saw a goaltender on there's Nicky P.
Right, Nicky P back on here. Is he back for good or what, man? Keeps hopping in and out. You know, that's the thing. I mean, it's solid goaltender on there, but then you know
His availability is 0-3, so I don't know if he's done full time.
That is a huge part, man. We saw last season in the playoffs there for the Rockies. I don't think we even saw him. You know, so that's the thing, man.
Koba Ape, there he is.
There he goes, man. Golden Seals, not wasting any time here. Taking Mr. Koba Ape, who had tremendous points here last season. Phenomenal. We'll see what he does there. And I think, you know, being on the Golden Seals, you know, with the mix there, I think that's I think he'll be a good part. You know, I know they lost a couple guys. You know, it's gonna be a different squad, but they still have, you know, Fury's still back there. You know,
now, yeah, because he's owning with the team,
right? So and now with Ape on there, you know, I think that's a solid pick. What do you guys think, man? Koba Ape, is he a real deal? Is he overrated here in the GCHL?
Strong arm says fucking Quakers, man. Dorothy World. Now, I never really heard of this guy, to be honest.
I have not either, man. First time on here. I don't know if it's a gamer tag change or not. Who he is, but I haven't heard of the guy. He definitely snuck in here well, man. I'll tell you that. Number 13, lucky 13 pick though.
He's a right winger. He's a winger.
Is it gonna be lucky 13? Is it gonna be unfortunate 13 there for the Pats? So Pats, going with him. They want a GFA squad as their first pick. That's their first two picks so far.
King Natsu, there he goes to the Whalers.
And the Whalers, very
a solid selection by the squad over there with Mikey and MJP.
Look, Whalers are not messing around in this draft right now, and I think that's great. And I spoke how the defensive part is, especially having solid defense back there. How that is
pretty to the Pirates.
Another. So two back-to-back defense. So it looks like a defenseman's going here, and not a surprise. Not surprised here at all in round 2. I think this is when you definitely need to step up and get him. If you have not got a defenseman on your team, you really need to pick somebody up here right now. And listen, Verdi, I know a lot of guys might not know about this guy here in this league. Very solid, man. One of my guys, I think that may be running nominee for the Nordics here this season.
Ram, a very solid forward and defender over there. Ram can play the big body and can lay anybody out at will, which is why I love his playing style, man.
Hey, when you got a game attack like Ram, you better be hitting people out there, bro.
But he signed up as a center and right wing, so
okay.
And
you need a center, man. And here we go, McTricky.
McTricky is another solid.
You want a center? Forward, man. You need a solid center, man. You need it. If you don't have that on here, I don't care how good your wingers are. You're not going to be producing points.
As you said before, I don't give a fuck how good your wingers are. You need a good center.
And I think that's what holds the team together. You don't have a solid center, man. It's going to be
Salty Kitten 8566 selected by the Millionaires.
Good pick here by the Millionaires. Is it going to be worth the money? I think so. I mentioned Salty Kitten. Not only is he a solid defenseman, some guys may disagree, but he's also a great goaltender. It's good to take a guy like this. Here's why, man. When it comes to later into the draft, and let's say there's still great defensemen, you're able to put Kitten back in net and get a defenseman. But let's say there isn't, but there's good goaltenders still on the board. You put Salty Kitten on D, and I like this pick here by the Millionaires.
Solid. It seems like Bleeding has another pick coming in.
We're rolling now, man.
Slow start to the second round, but we're picking up speed. So it's the Creamy Kings, and it's going to be the Nordics selecting back-to-back. Semp goes to the Creamy Kings.
Semp, you know anything about this guy, Droid? Has he played here? Or
no, I do not have a single bit of information on this guy.
Twice now, this Creamery Kings, man. Maltese Falcon, we don't have much report on, and now Semp. But
I played with Maltese in the past. I know he's a good, solid guy, but I don't know if he's that good to go in the first round, man.
Though. Number two overall. Well, we'll see.
I don't know if he's got that much talent to go second overall. Like Spitz would have been a more solid pick there.
Well, Spitz already off the board, but right at that point when they had the number 2 pick, maybe.
Looks like they had the number 2 pick.
Okay, some guys on here are mentioning Semp being solid. So if he is, then it's a very well to pick. And listen, the fact he's just saying he's good, I take his word on it, man.
Atrocity goes to the Nordics. I mean, the Nordics and the Whalers are not messing around. They're going all out.
And he's that other defenseman that I talked about. You know what I mean? We in the pre-draft we mentioned, what are going to be some of the top 3 defensemen. Atrocity was King Natsu on here, and then boom, both of them are off the board.
Jinji, another good solid pick, man. Some might be skeptical about it, but he can produce.
You know, we have all these defensemen that went off Droid. D-Rob is still out there, man.
Okay. Interesting.
So the Nordics with the 2 back-to-back picks, Jinji and Atrocity. I think that's solid. That's good. You know what I mean? They had to wait a long time, and I think for them to be able to pick up Atrocity at number 20, I think that's very good. Very solid. And
Baby Yoda 2251. This goes to the Creamy Kings.
Baby Yoda right off the board, going to the Kings on here. GCHL veteran out here. No surprise.
If you haven't noticed, I actually have a new headset because my other one fell apart, so I got this now.
Whatever works, whatever gets the job done, brother.
Absolutely.
But there's guys that don't like the jersey, though. That's the only thing. They don't like the
jersey. Childish wealth, I don't give a shit. You've roasted me for so long that to the point where I don't give a shit about your insults. And Bleeding is selected by the Millionaires. He had to announce him being picked. So very ironic there, but still a solid pick, solid D, man.
Well, him and RTC played right last season together on the I believe so, right, on the Eagles.
In the Eagles, yes.
Yeah. So that's no surprise there, you know. Chemistry there, you know, between those two. And
if RTC wasn't managing, man, I'd love to have him here for the draft.
And listen, on that Millionaire squad, you look at that squad. You got RTC, you got Viz out there. They got Ferris Lund, Buda Baker, all forwards on there, all 4 forwards. So not surprised here that they're taking the defense here. Salty Kid with Hollywood Bleeding on here. Just hacking darts. All 3 guys could play D, you know. I like their technique, and you know, you need to lock it down on D. So I like all 3 of their picks. RTC, man, he doesn't mess around. You know, this guy did not win the cup. What was it the season before on there for nothing, man. He's out here on a mission.
Connor goes to the Quakers.
To the Quakers. Pick up over there.
Let's hope he actually can get a full season in besides last season when his team folded.
Another guy that makes his appearance and disappearance in the Discord. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, he'll occasionally talk some shit.
Vanny's still on the board, man. Vanny's still in that draft pool.
Still a lot of solid guys here. But apparently, people might say that Boston Sniper is a solid pick, but when it comes to 6s, I don't know. 3s, yeah, Boston's a solid D-bender, but come on, man, not in 6s. I've seen better.
And you know what? I was trying to get Hollywood on here for the show. It's just I know he's doing the updates there for the picks, the selections on there. So that's why. But we may have.
I mean, maybe Huncho would take it on. Who knows?
He hops on here, and if anybody is available and wants to join us here in the booth, you're welcome to do so. Send myself or Droid a message. We'll send you the link. It's very simple. It's a Chrome based invite. There's no app needed. Nothing to install.
Stink Wrinkles, solid goaltender
for the Arrows. You know, so they got that big defenseman. They got that Ram guy. Now they get Stink Wrinkles over there.
What did Stink Wrinkles sign up as? Let's see. I think it was center. No. Oh, no, he's just going by stink.
Okay, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I found him. Yeah, he's a goaltender, but is a secondary right defender.
Okay.
Yeah, solid goaltender. Not a bad pick.
Speaking about goalies, man, Samson's still right on the.
And I think he's in chat. Down there. Stink going to the Houston Aeros, man. Stump to the Pirates. Let's see.
Now Stump is a defenseman, righty primary, lefty as well. Availability is pretty good on there. So, hey, listen, that defensive spot. I mean, right now is a lot of guys being taken off the board, especially that right defenseman position. Like I said, it's hard to get a good right defenseman. I know BPAC is still out there on the board for that. Click is another guy, man. I can't believe he's still there. Wow. Click 11. You need a defenseman. He's still out there, bro. Canadian going over to the Whalers. You know anything about this guy?
Canadian. Ooh. The name is very recognizable. I recognize it. I'm thinking of a Canadian that was a very solid player, very solid forward. But I don't know.
That's 27th pick. So it's moving right along, man. 27 picks here in 30 minutes. Not bad. And I thank everybody here tuning in for the GCHL Season 6 draft. It's happening here. This is where it all begins.
Boston Sniper off the board going to the Toronto St. Pats. Again, I don't know about how good he is in sixes because I know him as a solid not a solid goaltender. What the fuck am I saying? A solid defender.
Yeah.
But I don't know about sixes, man. Like I don't remember him performing very well the last time he played sixes.
Yeah. D. Rob still out there on the board if you look for defenseman. So is Jack Burton, man. He's back. He's in here. He's on the defensive side.
And I found Canadian. He's a goaltender, so it's not the Canadian I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Oh, Nikki's in chat. Talked about him earlier. He's still on the board. Solid goaltender over there.
It's my strong arm over there in the chat. Is that Tom Brady? It's like Vanny likes the Pats pick over there with Boston Sniper at number 28.
People sleeping right now.
People sleeping on Thanos. XPHT, is it? He's still on the board. Forward there. I played for the Whalers last season. And we're here in round number 3 of the draft. And if you're just tuning in, I just want to...
2 solid picks for the Obi fans. 2 solid pickups for the Quakers and McTricky and Connor.
I definitely agree with McTricky. McTricky, listen,
I don't know if enough is talking about.
the stream may have reset, man, or restart. If it did, just refresh it. Yeah, it looks like may have crashed.
It just dropped for a second. And Slay Daddy go to the Golden Seals.
So Seals going with Daddy, number 29. Yeah, if you're on the stream, just hit refresh. It might have crashed down.
Centerman, man. I've never really heard about this guy. But according to my information, he was invited by the Seals goaltender, Defgrav, the previous Seal goaltender. And Jay Whips goes to the Thrashers.
That's a good pick. Definitely this late in the draft, number 30th pick, the final pick of round 3. Jay Whips. I think he definitely dropped, man. He definitely could have went a lot sooner than that.
You're crazy gecko to the Millionaires.
Wow, I haven't seen that gamer tag in a while, man. I didn't even know he was on the board. Millionaires, Millionaires going with a lot of old timers on here, man. A lot of guys. Well, maybe not familiar with the GCHL. A lot of guys that have been around in my days back in the day.
I could definitely notice you are glitching a bit.
It was, yeah. I don't know why I switched. I switched it to StreamYard on here tonight. Because I like the camera layout on the with the stream. It's much more.
The thing I liked with the Melon thing was that you also had your little background thingy, and all this stuff was already set up.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. We may switch that up, man. Because the other one did never give me issues, man. As far as shutting down, maybe it's the viewership, maybe it's the number of people on here. We broke the server or something, man.
Oh, RTC invited your crazy gecko. So he has a relation with RTC, so not surprising that he was picked.
Looks like a lot of guys in the chat do also agree with that.
Yes, Talon, 4th round.
Round number 4.
Goaltenders don't really go that early, man. It was surprising, but Blown Bear went really early, even though I thought Buck would have gone. If any goaltender were to go 1st round, it would be Buck, not Blown Bear.
What about Defgrav, man? Defgrav or Samson?
Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
The timing of that.
and that's a great pick for the Seals.
Absolutely, man. But the timing of that.
You gotta love it. Number 32 pick.
I don't know, man. Buck is definitely a LG Owen sound. If that's the case, then they're in trouble. Samson. A lot of goaltenders going out in this 4th round. 3 goaltenders in a row.
And usually this is the point. If you have not drafted a goalie, you might as well, because yes, there might be goalies left, round 5, round 6, but
one of them might be me.
But then you gotta, be. You don't want to be a team where you're struggling to have a goalie out there. You're struggling to have a solid goalie out there. You know what I mean? 'Cause that hurts when you got to put somebody else in between the pipes who's really not, or doesn't really want to play that spot. but is forced to. And then it hurts your forward line or D line, whichever one you're moving towards that position. So if you have not taken a goalie up to this point, I strongly feel you should.
Strong arm, solid defender going to the Whalers.
There we go, Mr. Tom Brady, number 34 pick.
If you use him, I know that if you're able to use strong arm correctly, put him with the correct guys, he could be solid.
Not a lot of guys agree with that, though. Give him a lot of the poops symbol on there, the yikes.
Big Debbie, Engvall, Big D, and McTricky. They all mess around. And Nagy, very questionable. Nagy.
You know what? I like Nagy, and I agree why they took him here. Going to that squad, he's played with a lot of those guys over there with Oakland, Dad, and them.
You know, Hollywood. I do have to say that I do know that as McNaggy, Nagy having a very bad availability issue.
Well, on your this season, he's got 6 of 9, man. He's got 6 or 9, so he's got full availability here, man. And he's also got D available. I think that's a solid pick. I don't know. I tend to disagree, but we'll see. Yeah, if availability is not good. And remember, it's the summer season too. That's the other thing you got to realize on here. Availability could be a big part, a big factor. We've seen how it hurts some of the teams, like the Rockies.
Dowdy goes to the Houston Aeros.
Okay. I like Dowdy, man. I think that's a decent pick over there for the Arrows. At 36.
Okay. The Quakers select Bro B1 Kenobi. I actually saw that pick while it was being made because I just opened and saw it. So
for the Quakers. So who's next on here? Because I think this is where the trade was too. Because is it the Millionaires on here, or is it somebody else? No, it is. Okay. And Rep Rhodey.
Rhodey.
There we go for the Millionaires. He's
and not surprised, invited by RTC.
Well, also he's played with both Ferris and Buddha. Those trio on there have a lot of chemistry, and he's got both of those guys on the roster. And now he adds in Red Rhodey, who's going to fit in right well.
Who will be selected here? Who knows? Vanny to the Creamery Kings.
There we go. Pick number 39. Not bad. Like I say, I generally see him go early in the draft, but here at number 39, I think that's solid. But the thing is also, availability. His availability on the air. Is he going to finish the season? If he does, that'll be great. If not, not so good there for the Kings. But we'll see.
Absolutely, man. Nordics was the last pick of the 4th round. Who they selected, man?
That's the back-to-back picks here, right?
I believe so. There's still a lot of some fat geezers still on the board.
Wow.
Over there at right wing.
And you think that's why maybe? But I mean, he has D available on here. I'm surprised.
Pick is in, and the Nordics select Hoodler.
That's a great pick. If he doesn't get too toxic on there, that's a very solid pick there for the
Nordics. But there's still a lot of solid guys on this draft board. Like as I said, Geezer's one of them. Phaneuf's definitely very solid. Jake Buff, another solid guy. I mean, there's just too much. There's a lot of guys here that could change teams, definitely.
Zero Sum. I know I saw that name before, man. Uh, that's got to be a different tag, though, there, man. So now Nordics, again, will have the back-to-back pick. We'll see who they select here. It's going to be surprising. Go Ghost. That's good.
Ghost,
That's a good pick, man.
solid.
That's a good pick there. So Nordics definitely doing their homework out here for season 6 in the draft, and I think I like their draft. I really do.
Parmasi, Parmasi. I do not recognize that name.
Pharmacy, is it?
I do not recognize that name at all.
No, I definitely seen the name. Forward, right?
I do see the next pick though. Click 11 will go to the Millionaires.
That's another solid defenseman.
I like how he answered. Who invited you? My dad. I don't know if he's being serious or if he's joking around, but my guess is that he's joking around. And with the Quakers will select who they got. Wiggles 23.
There we go. Yeah, a lot of
Right
decisions.
defender over there. He was invited by Buck.
You know, a lot of guys still on the board. Flammable is on there. Spliff and Rum. Wow, he's back on here. I haven't seen that guy for the longest hell time.
Still some solid goaltenders on the board, but I think around these rounds, teams are going to be focusing on defense.
For D, you think? Jack Burton, man, he's there. D Rob, he's there. That's the two I'd go for. B Pack too. He ain't bad back there. We saw him last season for Thrashers.
And the Houston Aeros are making their pick. And there's Geezer off the board.
Finally, man.
Solid pick. Solid winger.
Championship team on here, and he finally goes now, man. 45. Man, I think that's so far one of my steal picks so far here in this draft at number 45. He definitely should have won sooner.
And the next pick is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jack Burton goes off the board.
Big Jack Burton, man. This guy could make a lot of noise here this season, I'll tell you that.
The Whalers have this pick, and I'm interested to see what Huncho Mikey and those guys over there will pick here. There's still a lot of solid goalies on the board that will probably go like rate 6th to 9th round.
You think that's what they're looking for right now, though? Or
I think they're still looking to build the offense. Like a bunch of teams went defense early because there's very minimal defenders here.
Yeah.
Small amount of defenders. So teams went straight for defense and then started building some offense, and later on we'll be looking for goalies.
Especially for Millionaires taking like 3 or 4 defensemen in the draft pool. Absolutely.
Well, we just kind of have to gotta let RTC do what he got to do.
And Jocker in the chat says Parmisi was on the Quakers last year.
Sage
So we definitely
will
saw
go
them.
to the Whalers. That's a solid right defender, Sage Master.
There's a D-man going, so absolutely.
Also can play some left D. So solid pick by the Whalers.
And that right D is tough, man. A lot of guys could play that left D, but a lot of guys, the different hand or switch from left to right. Not many guys could do it or do it well, So if
To
you
be
don't
honest, I'm starting to question less of the Pirates picks because Big Koopy is over there at the management, so I can't really judge him.
he played with
there he
Oakland
goes.
XPHT finally off the board and going to the Pats.
Toronto St. Pat's.
So the Toronto just moved.
So far we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 goalies taken off the board. Only 9.
Was it 12, right? We got 12 teams, or
10 teams. 10.
Okay, one. Well, I mean, the other team, maybe
Virgin Turtle goes to the Golden Seals.
I don't know anything about this guy. I saw him in the chat there earlier today. Turtle definitely doing good hiding out there, man.
I mean, Violent Fury and those guys over there making the pick, so they definitely know something we don't. I think he might have some potential to make noise, impress us. And Tumama Bonita is selected by the Thrashers. Vivop and that same management team over there. Back at it again for another season. What do you think about the Thrashers picks so far? Do you think they're questionable or do you think they're pretty solid?
For the Thrashers, I think some of them, for me, it's like some up and down picks. Like some I really liked, someone was like, I don't know. I mean, they got Jay Whips. They just took Bonita on here. Who else did they have? Tesk, Young Buck. They're definitely covering all the positions. That's for sure.
Buck is definitely, if they can get a solid defense running through this draft, I definitely could see Buck having an amazing career, even running for another Conn Smythe.
That's big words over there, Troy.
I mean, it was a solid goaltender, man. He was lights out in those finals, man. And
he was.
The Seals were favored to win, and the Battalion proved everyone wrong.
Right. Not only did they win, they swept.
They swept the regular season champions.
Mm-hmm.
Round 6. We're getting into the later rounds. We'll probably see some more goaltenders go here as we do get to the later rounds. But there are still a ton of forwards on the board still.
And BPAC going to Thrashers. He played with them last season, so why not? He's got chemistry with those guys there, so that's a solid pick for Atlanta. And he's him still being on the board is surprising too. It's a guy well known here in the league. He's been around and still on the board, so that's a very good pickup at this point in the draft.
Absolutely, man.
So I take that back, man. Thrashers pretty good on this on their picks here so far.
One selection made it change your mind, huh?
It does. That's what it does, man. That one pick could make it a championship team or not, make it a playoff team or not.
I mean, one pick does make a difference.
Sometimes one bad pick makes a huge difference.
Yeah, man. And I do want to give a shout out to the people in chat watching the draft, man, supporting us. I hope you all do stick around for the rest of the season, man, because it's gonna get wild. There's definitely gonna be some entertaining hockey.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I'm looking at the draft on here. Parity looks real good, man. It's really spread out as far as the talent.
except maybe the Whalers. They're getting stacked.
Well, those do look pretty good, man. And it's a great team last season, So, those guys been around. Those guys know how to put a draft together. They ain't rookies coming into this draft.
What is Talon's position?
Which guy?
The guy in chat. As why has he not been picked yet?
Talon.
I don't think he goes by Talon in the draft list. Probably goes by something else.
Let's see what we still got. Maybe it's D-Rob, man. Maybe it's,
Oh, the pick is in. I can see it. I can see that the pick has been selected. They just have to type it out. Or maybe it's one of many picks. Who knows? But I'm looking at the draft board and I can see Mint is on a very specific person. And the pick is being announced. The Golden Seals making a selection. Come on, Hollywood! Stop making us wait.
Drum roll.
I can't hurt my hands again.
You save the thumbs, man.
I don't think I'm going to be doing much goaltending this season because probably these teams want me to stay. Either if they select me, there's a chance that it's because they don't really want me here, or if they don't select me at all, it's probably because they want me to keep doing this.
Now, who's got the pick here? What team is it? Who's on the board?
Golden Seals.
The Seals. Okay.
I see a pick, but I think Hollywood is waiting to announce it.
Maybe there's a draft pause. Maybe there was something going on, man.
You know a goaltender that has not gone yet?
Did Clamps go or no?
No, he has not. He's still on the board. And another one is the man that has a good relation with Huncho, Nicky P. He's still on the board over there. I get he has availability issues, but he's still a solid goaltender. Doesn't matter how much he plays.
0-2 is still there. He played last season. Bishop too. Bishop was part of that Seals team, right? He's over there. Sent me dunks out there. The Vesna. OP Dimes is another good solid goaltender, man. He's on the board.
Yep.
So there's still quite a few. Guard.
Depending on your opinion on him, Sister Zizzer. I've seen him play solid goaltending. It depends on his mood. And the Hitman goes to the Seals. I think maybe Hollywood was waiting to get a few more picks in so he could rapid fire. Who knows?
And I just want to let everybody know, Master Shotgun does have goaltending available on his sign up.
Foam Seas, that's the guy I saw. He's a right defender who can play any position. And he has full availability, man. But his original he did change it to 3 to 6 later on, but it used to be 6 to 9, which is solid.
Yeah, you could get a good availability player at this point in the draft here for summer season. Go for it. Why not, man?
And my prediction was kind of correct. Hollywood was waiting for a few more picks so he could rapid fire.
There we go. It's going quick, man. We're 9 o'clock here. 1 hour in. 53 picks already done. We're more than halfway through.
I mean, we're in round 6, man. We're getting close to the end. And
But right now,
I know when I say that we're almost to the end, I know what song is in y'all's head, man. And I think, and if you know you know Hollywood.
what song?
Yeah, when I
Oh.
say that we're almost to the end.
Oh. Final countdown.
Yep.
I was gonna play that in the beginning, like before the show started. I was just gonna play.
Palestine Noah.
Replay.
I'm just gonna call him Noah. Noah is selected by the Whalers. I've never
Alex
really
Noah.
heard of him, but he's got a relation with Honcho Mikey, so that's a good sign. If you can make a nice solid chemistry, you can definitely do some stuff. McPhee, he was invited by McPhee.
Okay.
Baked Smoke Ninja goes off the board.
And no surprise, they're going to Poopy and
Big Poopy and Open Dad, all those guys.
And listen, the guy put I think, what did he put, defense or right wing? But he has G available on his sign up, so that's a good pick. That's a good pick to have him. They also got Nagy back there, so they put together some. That's a decent squad over there. Big Poopy playing there for the Seals last season, and now with the Pirates. But I see these guys as contenders here this season.
Man, it depends on the view you have of it, man.
This season.
Depends on the view you have of it. And Ed Bone goes to the Houston Aeros.
Ed Bone's another defenseman, to get
Sammy goes to the Quakers very late. Sammy Dunks. The King Clancy and Lady Bing winner.
Nice. Yeah, you could get both of those. Why not? In one pick.
I'm trying my best not to hit my mic, but I keep doing it.
That's the Quakers pick. Millionaires up next.
Dis Tado.
And another goaltender going off the board.
I mean, it's rapid fire, man. You're going for goaltenders now, especially definitely late in the draft, as the good goaltenders are definitely going off the board. But there's still a few on there, man. Like Clamps is still on there. OP Dimes is on there. You got Nicky on there. There's still a lot of good goaltenders over there.
And look, and this Tado is a Buddha Baker guy, and Buddha knows what he's doing out there, and Tado as well between the pipes. So no surprise there with that pick.
Do you want to know a fun fact, Hollywood?
What's up?
Hold on, I'll show you in a second. But Dyer is selected by the Creamery Kings.
Finally, man. Took a while to get this guy picked. I think that's a great late pickup here for the Kings.
And Jake Buff, there he is, goes 60th overall, very late.
For the Nordics, who are already stacked, man. Adding Jake Buff to that squad.
So the fact I was going to tell you is that this is the last Anaheim Ducks card I've ever gotten.
Nice.
The last one, and I've opened over 60 packs.
Okay. Big Ducks fan, huh?
No, actually, I'm a Florida Panthers fan.
Okay.
I just have this jersey because I have it. And Bishop, there he goes. Spook is off the board. A goaltender.
And look, in this draft, the goalie spot was deep, man. There was a lot of good goalies in this draft pool, and then Nicky P's still out there, right?
Yeah, he's still out there, man. I'm guaranteeing he's going sometime soon.
Well, listen, that goalie spot's big, man. You know, you got 0-2 still out there. You got Droid himself out there.
I was like, is he gonna mention me? I hope he
Plant,
doesn't. There's
Guard.
0-2.
There goes
Go to the
0-2.
Creamery Kings. Yeah, this is definitely a time where you go for goaltenders, man.
Yeah, especially guys that decided to go, defense or decided to get a lot of forwards, in this draft. There's still goalies out there, man. So that's a good strategy. Good strategy taken because there's still very solid amount of goaltenders left.
Absolutely, man.
But you also got to factor in having two solid goalies. That does a big part too, because sometimes just having that one goaltender.
Dyer and 0-2, man, two solid goaltenders have been selected back to back by the Creamery Kings.
Jay Snide, 92, over there to the Millionaire Squad. Those boys looking pretty, man. A lot of money RTC handing out there tonight, man. A lot of with that salary.
RTC's doing work, man. He's working with what he's got on his draft list, man. For every pick that's already selected, man, he's definitely got a second one. Direwolves.
That's what you got to do. That's what
Direwolves says that he's not no goalie. Well,
right. No, I was talking about defense before.
Oh no, I'm talking about this Tado. Yeah. I was thinking of the Tado, not Dyer. But Millionaire selected Tado. That is my bad. Still some solid goaltenders though. OP Dimes, I'm surprised he hasn't gone.
Yeah. JJ going to the Quakers, 64th pick here of the draft.
Again, I'm definitely gonna say this. I'm surprised that OP Dimes is not off the board yet. He's still on the board right now.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, like you mentioned, that goalie's position is very deep this season. So this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen here. But do you take a dice or roll here with Nicky P at this point?
I mean, if the Whalers want to, they can. The reason I say Whalers is because I know Nicky and Huncho have a very good relationship with each other, but good buddies, and Strong Arm definitely works well with Nicky. So, yeah, he'd be a solid for the Whalers. However, the availability is definitely going to be an issue.
You think the Quakers going to look for Clamps again, man? He played solid there for him. He's got good availability. 6 of 9. Why not?
I mean, it really depends, man. It depends on how the Quakers management feels. I remember I got RA'd to the Quakers, and I had to ECU one time, and it was in shambles. The entire team could not even get a line together. It was so bad. But I hope James can definitely fix the team this season, make sure that never happens again.
A couple guys still on the board here that I'm seeing. JT High Scores is out there on Distressed. I found out Zero Sum is actually Luke LK, for anybody that was wondering back there. Center Master Shotgun, someone very reliable, Mr. Master Shotgun. He's there. Brown Man Can, not known by a lot of guys, but very, very solid forward on the board. Who else I see? Spliff and Rum, but the thing is there going to be toxicity there or not? That's the thing. I think that's the only reason why he's not off the board. Great availability.
I would be surprised if
Twista too, man.
I would be surprised if Clamps isn't selected by the Quakers, because according to Clamps's form, he said that James actually invited him to the server in the first place. Mm-hmm. So he definitely has a relation with James.
Okay. All right, that helps. We'll see. That is the prediction.
I mean that solid management squad of James, Mike, and Mullen. So see what they can pull off. Spady goes to the Arrows.
Spady for the Arrows. And number 65 here in round 7.
It's getting to the crunch hours, and it's crunch time now for some teams. Got to get the guys that while they're still on the board. Get the guys you want while they're still on the board, or else they're going to be gone forever. And Spady also doesn't go as Spady Savage. He is a right defender. Maybe for the down scroll thing, you should like overview the first round.
Yeah, I should have done that, man. I could do that. Why didn't I do that? This is what I need. It's too lazy. Too lazy to do it. Next season.
There's Mike. There's Mike in the chat. James too. We have 2 of the Quakers management, man. The Quakers only forfeited 1 game and we made playoffs. Good turnaround for a shit team, according to James.
A lot of guys thinks here. They got some steals, some solid picks here this season. We'll see if me and Droid could do a show here before the season starts. Season starts this Sunday.
Skillsy goes to the Pirates.
Skills taking there on the Pirates. Okay. Don't know much about, but
me neither. But he's a goaltender who can also play defense, and he has good availability. So
we'll see if he has the skills over there. Here for the GCHL. And
good pun. Good pun.
I was mentioning if we have time, we may do a post draft show on here. We have a time before the Sunday start of our
maybe interview a few of the owners there.
Yeah, or maybe do a little bit of power poll prediction here of the draft. Who we thought, maybe a power ranking, 1 through 10, and or who are some solid picks, some steals of the draft, or some questionable picks on here, possibly.
Definitely, man.
It's moving along here. 66 picks already done on here. So
and Master Shotgun go to the Whalers.
There he is. Master Shotgun, man, going at number 67. And that's a solid pick for the Whalers. Availability is great. The man plays multiple positions out there. I don't care what anyone says. He's a good centerman, man. He is. He is. And then, but if not, like I said,
Spliffin Room goes to the Toronto St. Pats.
And there he is. Solid player. But like I said, how well and is he going to finish the season off here? But if he does, that's a very solid pick for them.
There's a lot of guys in this draft that if they can live up to their availability, they're a solid pick. But if they can't, it's kind of a waste.
I might get a guy on here, possibly towards the end of the draft or after the draft here tonight. One of the owners.
RTC.
Well, if there's anybody or any team that does want to, just let me and Droid know. We'll send you guys the link here for to join in if you want to come in on the show. Absolutely.
Very simple to set up. Very simple.
Booth is open. Yeah, no, nothing to install or anything. You just click the link we send, and boom, set your audio.
Invite RTCs is pull out king.
Invite RTC.
I mean, I'll DM him now, asking if he's down for a post draft.
I'll send him the link. I'll send him over.
Actually, you
I
should
mean,
probably
right
just
now,
ask him instead of just like shooting it to him.
well, here's the thing. I mean, right now he's still doing the draft on here, but once it closes down, maybe towards around 9 or 10 or after, we'll definitely try to get him on here. And that goes for any owner, or assistant, or GM on there that wants to hop in. You're welcome to do so. Or any of the league guys too, man. Puck or
Mint,
Mint, yeah. Anyway,
Chat, Diesel, Sammy Dungs, Shrimp, Samson, any of those guys. He will do it, or I'll go to his house. I didn't know that King lived near RTC.
I guess they're close. Okay. Now is RTC in Buffalo? I mean, he's always got the Buffalo Sabres on. I'm assuming so, right?
He probably lives somewhere
Yeah.
in the area.
Up
Don't
in
know if he
the,
lives in Buffalo, but
frozen
probably
tundra
somewhere in
up
the
there.
area.
It's not too far from me. I'm in Jersey. I'm in North Jersey. But to Buffalo, it takes a ride,
the jersey's perfect, man. And I see a pick. It's probably that Hollywood's doing the stack up thing again, where he's stacking up the picks and then he's gonna announce them all.
Whose pick is it though at 69? Which team?
I don't know, man, but it's a nice number. It's a
the
nice
Seals?
number. It's the Seals, yeah. It's the Seals.
See who they get. I don't know who they're looking for right now at this point, man. Here round 7.
Ooh, I see somebody who's gone. MC Zombie is gone. But I see a solid guy. You mentioned this guy earlier as to be one of the few top of at his position.
Okay. And I also want to mention, I mean, as we're winding down here in the draft, there's still, we're in round 7. There's still 8, 9, and 10. Plus, on top of that, this Friday is the free agency Frenzy Friday. Big night on there. Because remember, guys get drafted on here. Sometimes availability thing happens or something happens and they need to pick up or get somebody there from the free agents. So that will be available this Friday. I'll mention that again here later on the broadcast. But yeah, Seals going with Zombie. So right now, what is it? I believe the Thrashers are on the clock, right?
Yes, that would be the Thrashers. And then it'll be the final countdown and then we head into round 8 after that.
And listen, the Thrashers doing fairly good job here this draft. We'll see if they could finish off the draft well as they started.
I'm really excited for the pick I see that has been made.
Some of these gamer tags, funny. I don't press RT. Is on there. I don't know who that is.
He doesn't pass, I'm guessing. So
may not get drafted, right?
I mean, it depends on the type of owner.
NHL Feds. Who else is over here, man?
Oh, yeah, RTC is ready. Okay. So, but we'll wait till like a little later. Gotta wait. I mean, this is taking a bit. Man, they must be stacking up on those picks.
They are, man. This is when it comes crunch time, man. This is when you got to make the picks count. And this it separates a team that's in depth, has a good solid depth, to a team that doesn't. And we saw how big that comes up during like a playoffs, for a solid squad. You know what? We do got RTC here, man. Let me bring him in while we're waiting on the pick here. Why not? Let's get him in. Man, the myth, the legend here. RTC.
I'll be coming over and drinking all his Busch Light.
RTC, brother.
RTC, what's going on, man?
What's
How
going
you
on,
been?
boys? Good, man. How y'all doing?
How you feeling so far? How you feeling so far with your picks so far? Has it gone the way you guys pictured it to? Were there some bumps in the road on there, or what, man? How's things going there for the squad?
Overall, we're pretty pleased. I think we've only had one of our picks get taken from us, and it was right before we went after him. It was Hiller.
Oh, wow.
Kuda is selected by the Thrashers to end the round.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. And I saw you guys really attack that defense. Picked up a lot of Dean guys, defensemen, and no surprise. I mean, you got Viz out there, Ferris, Buddha, all forwards, all forward line.
That's the guy I was
was
talking
that
about,
the game-
G guard.
Was that the
And-
game plan coming in, man? Going for that defense, or is it just how the draft worked out for you guys?
I mean, with the four of us, we knew that we had four, pretty good forwards to start off, two solid lines at least. So we knew that we were going to be defense heavy, but with the third overall pick that we got assigned to, it was very hard. We didn't have that like number 3 worthy type guy, Not that there isn't those people out there. Obviously, there's plenty of talented people, but just for our team, we couldn't really land our finger on one. So when the trade came across to get an extra pick out of it, it worked out perfect. It took a lot of that early draft stress off of us, gave us some time to think. We had, the 10th pick for the first round, which was really nice. And surprisingly, everything has worked out beautifully for us as far as, our plan going into it.
And you mentioned about that trade, and I think
Expired goes to the Seals.
I think if you guys did not do that trade, I don't think it may have worked the way you have it right now. So that definitely helped the picks. Looking pretty solid, man. I must say. Really want to see how you guys perform there on the ice. And what do you think overall, though, with the draft here going on, man? With the talent in this draft pool here going for season 6, how do you think the parity and the teams will stack up here?
I think that we're going to have some very competitive teams, and I think that we're going to have some weaker teams. I think across the board, everybody's going to be able to field a decent team.
Who do you think right now has the best draft going besides your team? Besides you guys, obviously. Who do you think has done a very good job here in this draft? That you're surprised that you're able
You
to
just selected by the St. Pats?
The Nordics.
Nordics, okay,
Yeah, for sure.
Who had the first overall pick, and a lot of guys fall under pressure with that, But
I mean,
they didn't. They
they might have dropped the ball on one pick though. They got Gingy with their 3rd pick overall. Obviously he's a great defenseman. There's nothing wrong with the guy, but his availability isn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they got some pretty good depth. I have my own spreadsheet going right now of all these guys.
Sure you do, man.
Puppy selected by the Whalers.
The Pirates are looking pretty good. They're getting together. The Arrows, I think, are going to be a big sleeper team. I don't know if people are really appreciating how good they've done.
Oh no, my dream might become reality. Fuck. It's around 8 and I still haven't been selected. Fucking hell.
Silent Droid over there. Don't never say never, man. But yeah,
That's
RTC,
culture goes to the Pirates.
RTC, you do mention a big point about the guys' availability, especially this being a summer season on here, which could mean a lot. Some guys may look really good on paper, but then come end of the season, like, damn, these guys didn't even make playoffs. How did that work out? But
I can't. Deke goes to the Arrows.
I don't know much about this guy. We'll see.
I've seen him. I've heard of him. I've seen him play. So he's pretty solid.
And once again, we're joined here by RTC. And I also want to mention any other owner, GM, anybody here in this draft that does want to join the booth. Very simple. Let me or
Brown Man Can is selected pretty late in the draft too.
Man, this guy's been around, But good to see him here in the GCHL. We'll see what he brings to the table.
Question, RTC. Does this pullout king guy actually know you?
Yeah, it's my brother.
Oh, it's your bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my brother.
Hoagie
and,
goes to the
Gecko.
millionaires.
Gecko and,
Does he have the sexy beard too, man? That's what.
no, he's barefaced as a little boy, dude.
Is that why he doesn't get on the camera and you do?
It might be. It might very well be, but yeah, I mean, he also lives, in a different state right now. But yeah, and then myself and Gecko, we've been playing.
And there he is.
for years.
Nicky P goes to the Creamery Kings. Solid pick.
And RTC,
But,
you
but
mentioned
availability might be an issue.
you mentioned about Gecko. A lot of guys in the draft were kind of surprised that you guys were able to get him at that part in the draft that early. Solid pick, and good to see him here in the GCHL.
Yeah, it's great that he's back. I know that he took a little time off. Like I said, I talked to him, regularly outside of Chell as well. He took some time off to handle some personal things, but he's getting back into league. And he's a phenomenal goalie. If you know Gecko, you know what he's capable of. So
Hope he dimes. Those are the last two guys I can think of that are pretty decent besides Clamps. Round 9. It is crunch hour now. Crunch. It is crunch time.
Now, does each team still picks the for the next 2 rounds, right?
Yes.
Or what? Okay. You know who I'm excited, RTC? You know who I'm excited to see back here. I know there's all these tremendous players, talents. One guy I'm super excited about is the guy that you brought in on your team in Viz. He's been around. He's been in chats on there, but I haven't seen him in league competition for a while. So very great to see, and I'm excited to do the play-by-play call on your guys.
Oh yeah, he will. It's very exciting to have him back. I think he said that he hasn't played league in over 4 or 5 years, but he's been active within the chats. So very cool.
He's a big part I got back into all this too, man, with the whole media and stuff. So
Flammable goes to the Nordics.
Interested. Flammable was a solid pick, and both, I think, for the Nordics here, one a solid goaltender in dimes, very late.
I mean, a lot of people do shit on Flammable just because of how he acts, but he's still a solid player, man. He's still a solid player. It's just the way he acts makes him dislikable.
I mean, you do bring up a good point. There is questionable stuff that goes on with him, outside of the game, in that party, on the Discord. But if you could control that, his play on the ice has been solid. And if they could control that, that's a very good pick for the Nordiques, especially here in round 9.
You want to know who just messaged me?
Yeah.
Cryoza messaged me saying, "You look exactly what I thought you'd look like."
Is he in the draft pool or no?
Apparently he is, because he sees me.
Oh, man.
I don't know if he signed up for this season, though.
This thing is winding down. A lot of goaltenders went, man. There's not much left on that, especially the right D spot, too.
Left D actually only has 4 guys left.
I'm surprised D-Rob is still there. Wow. If anybody needs a defenseman at this point here, round 9, there he goes.
There's Job.
The Kings taking him. And a very good sleeper pick at 82. The D in D-Rob stands for defense, if you guys didn't know.
Yes, sir, and no, I didn't. I don't know. The thing that's on the screen over there says otherwise.
So it's winding down to the final. And remember, if you do not get drafted here tonight, there is the Friday free agent Friday frenzy.
Dude, if I don't get drafted here tonight, there's no way I'm going to go in free agency.
Yeah. You know who the only guys hoping that you don't get drafted is me right here.
Exclusive.
You're full time on the show, man. No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
All right, boys. I gotta get going. I got some other stuff to take care of, but thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait for the season. Good luck to everybody. Let me know if you guys ever need somebody to come on the show. You guys do great work. Keep it up. I can't wait to watch you guys all season, man.
So
Good luck to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Peace out,
Pleasure.
boys.
Appreciate it. Good luck there with the Millionaires. There's the one of the team owners, and like I mentioned before, if anybody else wants to hop on here with us throughout, there's only 2 rounds left here in the draft, or we could stay on a few minutes after. If not, that's it. It's just not much picks left here. What we got, like 18 picks left, I believe. We got 2 selected here in round 9. Who's on the clock right now? I believe it's the
It is the Millionaires. It is the RTC.
RTC maybe had to go. He's like, wait a second, man. I got to make my next pick here, man. Maybe the boys over there getting pissed. And I want to thank everybody that had to tune in here tonight, man. It's been a blast doing a draft.
I love how I get notifications from Xbox over here on my computer, so I can see when people message me. It's funny to see the type of messages I get.
And we've had a great turnout here for this draft, and like I said, we definitely will be bringing the media here this season. We have a lot of great ideas, new things coming your way for this season.
Ooh. Okay. I'm looking at the sheets and like you can see them being selected, and you're like, okay, but you can't say anything until they announce it. So, kind of the anticipation there. I'm not a guy to give spoilers, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
We may get another guest on here, possibly. And like I said, just message me or Droid on here. We only got a few minutes left here. We're round number 9 of the season 6 draft here for the Global Chell Hockey League, the GCHL, coming in here strong. Like I said, we had a great season 5, tremendous playoffs. I wish I was there throughout the entire season, but we will be here for this season 6. Bigger, better, better. And we're going to go full force here. So right now, it looks like we're waiting on the Millionaires pick. It's got to be
I'm thinking we're waiting on multiple picks here.
Big $1 million pick coming up.
They have one more pick after this one, which can be a throwaway pick if they want to.
And while we wait on that, man, we do got a guest coming on here. Let me bring him up on the board. Salty Kitten, what's going on, brother? How you?
How's it going?
Doing good. What do you think of the draft here so far, man? What's going on?
I think it's interesting. I think some people blew their load a little quick on goalies, but
you think I exposed you too much here for this draft or what, man?
No, not at all.
Awesome.
I know you see me play a couple playoff games as goalie, but I don't think I'm going to be playing too much goalie. And
Kurd Dog goes to the Millionaires.
Yeah, I mean, you do bring a point on there, and you do a great job on either end. So it's not just between the pipes. And this season in the draft, there's big depth in that goalie. There was a lot of good goaltenders on that board. So I wouldn't be surprised, for them having you on defense there. I think you feeling real well over there with the squad. What do you think of the roster there so far?
I think it's
together.
I think it's the MHL Colorado Avalanche.
It looks like it, man. It looks like it.
Other than a couple of the owners and a few other people that got picked, we're pretty much the same team. So
Well, speaking about owners, they just took Kurdog. The
Yep,
former
there he
owner
is.
on there. There he is. Now it's complete, man.
Pretty much, yep.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
I think we'll do all right for ourselves. I know the Nordics and Pirates. I think the St. Pats are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Clamps, there he is.
That's going
Going to the Quakers as we predicted.
No surprise, he was there last season. And Ken, I mean, on the with the way the draft's going on there, I think a lot of guys also in here in this league don't know the talent of one Buda Baker and Ferris Lawn. Ferris Lawn did play last season, but not as much games. I think if he played a lot more there for the Seals last season, people would have noticed. But I think this season, people are definitely going to see what's all about what those two guys bring to the table.
Them two with Wet Roddy. They got a lot of chemistry. They've been playing a while together, so
and that's big. That's big. It's not just I mean, you could draft, you could put guys together. You could put great players, that tremendous stats or tremendous players. But if the chemistry is not there, man, it just they may look great on paper.
Sniper to the Pirates.
How will they mingle together? On there, and those two definitely do. I agree.
Yeah, it's almost like they know exactly where they're going to be.
Right,
without them even being there yet. So,
where you were at the spot.
Shreds goes to the Whalers.
I'm pretty excited to start the season. I'm going on vacation Friday, so I won't be around the first week. But I'll be around from there on after. So.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. Good to see.
Kill Bill goes to the St. Pats
house and smack them around a little bit.
I know Poopy and Oakland Dad didn't like some of you guys' picks, man. They were trying to steal some of those picks, man, here in the draft. It seems so.
Yeah. Who just called me ugly?
But when RTC came on here, he did mention about the trade that he did, and I think that really helped you guys in securing that, because without that trade, I don't think a lot of the picks would have happened. That he was able to manage that, so that was a great, in place bet there, and I think he definitely won that trade.
Yeah, no, for sure. He hit me up this morning and was like, "Yo, we just traded our third overall pick," and he told me what he got, and I was like, "Yo, did you plan on picking anybody huge,
right
your third?" He's like, "No, I had no idea who to spend it on, so I figured an extra pick would be way better than."
No, absolutely. I mean, if you're not gunning for anybody, one of the top talents on there, then why? Why waste that pick on there where you could pick them up at a later part of their draft? So that's where RTC is definitely a genius behind there. He hasn't won a cup here for no reason. And right now he's looking to do so again here, season 6. But you guys definitely looking good. Definitely good luck here this season. When you do come back on there, and I'm sure the guys will have other guys to fill in there. You guys have definitely well depth on this team roster put together.
For sure. And I think the mastermind behind everything is Viz, but don't let RGC know I said that.
Oh man,
he's probably still listening, man.
Well, Viz is the guy that keeps me going, man. All these designs you see on here, that's courtesy of the guy, man. That's Viz.
Yeah. I know Viz is always whispering in his ear.
Yeah, he's always out there, man. He's always in the chats, man. Always in the Discord, always looking for games. But this season, which is different, he's actually playing in the league games, man. I don't know when the last time when I seen him in the league games. I think it was maybe like a year or two ago. It wasn't pretty that season, but
he played Moose.
He did. And it wasn't pretty, man.
Yeah.
And then he went back into retirement. But he's back this season. So I just want to say, good luck there for you guys for both season here, season 6.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Gold seals have been skipped. Ooh, okay.
Now, did they choose to skip that, or were they skipped because they didn't pick anybody?
Maybe you ran out of time, so they got skipped.
Or maybe they got everybody over there, or don't want another pick? But it's around 9. I could see that around 10, but
So
so
then,
does that mean they get 2 picks in the round 10 now, or what? How's that work?
OSTUSR or Shamrock for short. Goes to the Thrashers. Round 10, the final round. Oh my god.
Well,
So
you
does
never
that
want to
make
get
it
skipped,
like
man. If it
cap?
was
cap space for that pick? Or?
I don't know.
Cash out goes to the Thrashers.
You know, because if the Seals didn't get a pick there, man, and if that's that's worse than anything. You know, you definitely
Maybe
don't
they
want to
felt
see that. I mean, it's not bad here in round 9. You know, definitely don't want to see that in the early rounds. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, right now it gets tough because you're narrowing down to the players, you know, who's left there, and you're looking at it like, damn, I don't know any of these guys. You know what I mean? So you got to try to find that hidden gem in there. There's definitely somebody out there that hasn't been picked yet. Who it is, I don't know. We'll find out.
I was gonna say if you even
Mr.
I was gonna say if you even say me, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Droid, I think you're gonna be Mr. Relevant on here. The
Yeah, I
final
am. I've been Mr. Irrelevant in GCHL.
I almost
Hey.
feel like if you haven't picked your
Wait,
defense,
but you know what it is, man. But what's the good thing? You know, you get picked this late. You know, you got no pressure. You know, right now you just prove everybody wrong. You know, so where you get picked like round 1, 2, you gotta carry, man. At that point, you know. So right now it's a little bit less pressure on the guys. So. And this went pretty quick, man. I must say, all the owners on there are doing a great job here tonight, making this draft move along.
you'll skip again.
Skipped again.
Looks like we're gonna finish under 2 hours, which is great. I was expecting like 3 hours on here, man. You know.
Yeah, this is probably one of the quicker drafts I've ever watched.
Yeah. So I mean, that just shows you like the owners really came prepared in this draft. A lot of the owners, you know, definitely doing their scouting, their you know, making these picks come through.
That and league management kind of had this all together real well. So
Yeah. Shout out to also Hollywood. They're doing the making all the picks and updates there all throughout the night. So number 93, who's on the board right now? Is it the Pats? Their final pick. But the Seals now I got skipped twice, and like I said, I don't know if that's an automatic skip. They wanted, they didn't need to pick anymore, or did that owner fall asleep?
I don't. Does that mean
know, man?
those picks, or does that mean they just?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see Violent Fury online anymore, so I guess he just stopped giving a care.
Yeah, if anybody knows, let us know.
Big Koopy says Silent Dread first overall guard trickster. Okay, I've never been selected first overall. The latest I've gone always late rounds. I've never gone like early. The last time I went early was in NVHL in Vancouver. I went second round. That's the highest I've gone. St. Pat's select Patriots.
Patriots off the board for the Pats. Looks like we got.
I mean, to be honest, if a team were like to come to me and say, "What would you give us for us to select you?" And I'm like, I don't fucking know, a save or two. I don't fucking know.
Well, you played last season. Was it for the Quakers?
For the Thrashers. I played for Quakers, Thrashers.
Okay. Well, you played on the Quakers when it was pretty bad over there.
Yeah, it was so bad. Oh my god, I could not stand that team. Like I was a defender for that team, and it was just falling apart.
What's up, kid?
I said for some reason the Eagles couldn't beat you for anything. Like we always went up against you, and we're like, all right, it's Quakers, like the easy win, and then we would lose.
That is true. Regular season, yeah, I agree.
I was 0-2 last season because I only was played 2 games that entire season.
Is that why RTC took Viz because he couldn't beat him last season on the Quakers? Ended up taking Fizz here for this draft?
I don't know, man, but I'm definitely one shot goes to the Whalers. Yeah, I think that's it for me unless I get RA'd from those 2 Golden Seals picks that were skipped.
Oh man.
What
I got
position
some-
are
I got some.
I'm a goalie, man. I'm a goalie. I've been a goalie, but I
Oh,
play
man.
defense too.
Twitch giving me some issues on here that stopped streaming there. If it did, okay, it might be back. That was a Twitch thing. On the YouTube one, it was fine, but now it should be back. I don't know. Looks like it booted me off again, man. We are breaking the internet waves here. If anything, just hit the refresh again. If that keeps happening.
Yeah, I think I might be fucked unless the Creamery King select me. Because
YouTube was fine, but looks like both of them back fine again. So one shot going there for the Whalers. I don't know much about him. No, it should be actually 94th pick, right? I don't know, Droid. Droid, is there anybody else you see on the board on that draft sheet besides yourself that is a worthy pick right now?
Frankie Brown on the right D side.
Okay.
Chad Diesel.
Yeah, he's been around here, man. That's right. He's still on there.
He's a vet.
That's a good call. JT High Scores. He's out there. He's been around. Own Distress. He's there. He's been around.
I think the only problem is like the availability you put down. I think that's the only reason I haven't gone, is because of how my availability is, which makes sense. I don't blame them. I don't blame people.
Luke LK's out there, aka Zero Sun. Who else we got? Ranger.
What was that? Did the period end?
No, that's my dryer.
I was like, wait, are we in a game? Did the period end? The
Set the timer, man.
or did the time run out for the Pirates?
Yeah, the Pirates. You got skipped. Sorry, Pirates.
Big Koopy over there.
What's Poopy doing out there, man? I mean, I like their picks. I thought they did fairly well. Maybe some of the later picks I was like kind of questionable there.
Yeah, I was in the Pirates.
I mean, the later
Discord
trips,
for
the later picks are really questionable because there's not a lot of good guys on the board anymore, man.
Yeah,
There's usually like 3 or 4 guys left on the board, but at the point at round 10, you usually just don't want to pick a single guy because all the guys are gone.
Do you think he struggled though, man? Are they struggling out there with his picks? I mean, he's taking a while on here. Because
honestly, I don't think the Pirates are struggling that much. They scouted a lot. I was in their Discord.
Okay.
They were scouting a lot. So there goes my dryer again.
That's also something I didn't do. I don't really scout because
so you can't blame him not getting picked, man.
yeah,
Get that.
because I'm just trying to rely on my pure skill, not like what others see of me. I'm just trying to rely on how I see myself, which is of course not working. I shouldn't expect it to work.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't know if you're skilled or not if they don't see you play.
The only person that's seen me play in this entire league is definitely Cryoza, but the thing is, he's not. And Mint Mars.
He's not an owner though, man. So
Yeah, but Mint is the only other person in this entire server, but actually Huncho has seen me play too. That's seen me play. So on the only Huncho, but he made his last selection with One Shot. I know One Shot and Huncho have a good relationship, and Mint, but these picks are taking a while, and I'm scared.
I guess you got to keep your fingers crossed when the Kings are on the board there, man.
They're literally my last hope.
And I just got to mention on here, so we have the final picks coming up on here. We only got a few left. If you do not get drafted here tonight, remember Friday is the free agents pickup. The Friday Frenzy happens this Friday night. Or you could be picked up there as the remainders. So Just want to mention that, put that out there. Yeah, Pirates taking a while over here. Definitely delaying this this draft going on here. I'm checking it here. I thought maybe I lost connections or something, but no. You know.
What's going on, Hollywood? What are you guys doing in the draft room?
What's happening? Do we have more questions for Salty while we're waiting?
Maybe we should get Hollywood on here, man. Maybe you could give us a what happened there with the Golden Seals, and if they do still have those 2 picks here or not.
I don't even think I still have bleeding in my contacts.
Yeah, send them a message. Send them a DM out there.
Oh, you know
Okay.
you know who's also streaming the draft?
What's up?
Mac. Mac's also streaming the draft.
Okay.
But we're superior, right? They still have to pick. They haven't picked yet. Ooh.
Okay, so they still get. So I guess they still have their 2 picks. It's just going to be, I guess, picking at the end there.
But I'm guessing if the Golden Seals aren't online to pick, they're gonna get RA'd. And I think if that is the case, that is my actual final chance.
That's no excuse because I mean, it's not like the draft's been really long. You know what I mean? For them to do that, especially around 9. They would have been done actually right now if they would have done the picks. But the Pirates definitely taking. Why ain't the Pirates skipped, man?
I'm starting to think like the Seals just said, "Hey, let's take some cap space and give up our pick for nothing."
Yeah. Well, unless the Seals are making a pick too, maybe that's why it's taking.
They still have to pick. They can't wait. Just throw the pick.
So maybe that's what
if they don't pick, they'll just get a random RA.
Okay. So there, I mean, that could be that what's going on. Maybe there's picks that are being made by the Seals, but whether they gotta wait till the Pirates make theirs or not, I don't know. There's not much left here, man. Definitely on defense, there's only like 2 on each. Still a bunch of forwards though left on the board. Some of the forwards here have willing D, so you may get a diamond in the rough out here somewhere.
I lost you.
I am getting some information.
What you got, Droid?
But it's something I cannot reveal because according to Koopy, they did pick. They have made a pick. It's just Hollywood's being lazy.
No surprise, right? No, I'm kidding. Well, something's coming out right now, man. Either the Pirates pick here or there's only like 3 or 4 picks left.
I really do hope I don't have another one of those seasons where I play like 0 to no games.
Maybe it was a silent droid pick, and they're like, "Wait a second, man," and putting a hold on here.
No, they've all picked. It's just no, they're picking. I think the draft's over. It's just Hollywood was lazy. Pirates skip. Hold on.
Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I can't hear anything in the room, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on here, man. Good luck this season.
Skipped.
So what we got? Pirates skipped. Arrows taking Knights of Chaos. So that leaves just the Quakers, Millionaires, Kings, and Nordics, right? Remaining.
And the And one last. The Seals. I did tell Koopy in DMs that even though they did pick, it says skipped.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it hasn't been updated to anything here yet. So right now it's still stating as skipped. Same thing with the Pirates. So who's left here for Quakers, man? Any guesses who they go with here?
It's definitely not looking good for me because of the information that Koopy sent me.
Well, you got Cookie God out there, guy that James brought in on here. That was he's out there. That's who's left on the board. And like I said, what I'm going to try to do also after the draft, I don't know, maybe Friday or Saturday, maybe we'll run a post-draft analysis of, we'll list all the teams, the selections on here, and give us some input, what we think, maybe rank some of these teams, and input on some of the picks, whether were good picks, bad picks, steal picks, and all that. It was going good, Droid. It was moving along until here around 10. A bit of a delay pause here going on. And I apologize about the Twitch thing. I don't know if someone did occur before. I don't know if it's because I'm streaming to both ends on there. The YouTube one looked like it was fine, but the Twitch one for some reason. But it is round 10 here. Broadcasting here like over 2 hours now. Because I did start this up a bit before 8 o'clock. Narrowing it down here. Season 6 draft. And remember, the season does kick off this Sunday night. We'll also be kicking off the multi-stream here for you guys this season. But right now we're just waiting on the update picks. It's either it hasn't been posted there or it's still waiting on the picks to be made. Here around 10.
I don't know what's taking Hollywood so long. I don't know how hard it is to type a pick.
You think that's what you think? It's a delay on his end, or is it the owners not making the pick?
No, they've all made the picks.
Ah.
From what Koopy sees, they've all made the picks.
So why he's scrolling back now and trying to find the picks, or
I guess Hollywood's just not doing them.
or did he screw up or didn't see it? Well, he's done a great job here tonight. Up to this
He's
point,
in
but
a bar league according to chat. Oh my! To GM chat, Hollywood's in a bar league.
Oh, great. So you know what I don't understand here for this draft? Why didn't they have a draft for us, for me and you, to see where the owners actually make the picks? You know what I mean? So I could have that on here, not the one that he updates the rosters, just seeing the picks being made.
Well, yeah, technically they would have to make our own special rule and all that stuff.
We don't have to type or anything. Give us no right privilege on there, but just to view it, just to see it. You know what I mean?
I mean, we do have ESN reporter.
Just to have that, on here, been so much easier, so much better, because you see the actual picks being made as it is, not waiting until another person posts it on there. That makes no sense, unless you have like a Google sheet or something that gets updated right off the bat, as it's made. But it have been much easier that way. I mean, I just my input. I've done multiple drafts in different leagues as well. Just having that access to that chat on there. Don't need anything else there, just to view it, so to see the picks happening. Because if we gotta wait for this the post to be made, it's and if they're already made on there, maybe tell Poopy to send you the picks, man, or somebody. If it's already done, man, we just wasting time here. Because there's only 3-4 picks maybe that are left on the board. You got Quakers, Millionaires, Kings, and Nordics.
RTC's got us. Quakers, they selected ATK Criddles. Millionaires selected Engval. Creamier King selected Diamond Nugs, and the Nordics selected Glaucoma.
Okay, so that's where it goes. So that's that, and the other ones are just gonna, I guess, remain as skipped, right? At this point,
No clue.
no clue.
I don't really care anymore, man. Like I'm just pissed. I've gone 2 drafts in a row undrafted.
Awesome. All right, well, that's that. And then remember, Friday is the free agent pickup on there. Friday Frenzy going on. Droid, thanks once again, man, coming on here. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. We had a great turnout. A lot of guys tuning in, which we love to see. That's why we do these shows. That's why we do this, media-wise. You guys make us thrive here to continue the media, and we will do so here, season 6. Droid, any final words here? Anything you want to comment before we sign out?
I hate the GCHL draft.
There we go. Final words from Silent Droid. Not silent enough here. Once again, Mr. Hollywood here. Signing off, fellas. See you guys like a Sunday. When the puck drops, season starts on here. I'm sure they'll get the schedule up and going. We'll have the multi-stream. We'll see how well these teams pair off, man. We've seen the draft here. We got the rosters. Everything's been finalized. Time to see how these teams perform. That's this Sunday for the opening season. See you guys then. Signing out, fellas. Have a good night, everybody.